Hello, YouTube! Rocky3 here, back with another kick-in action figure review. This action figure review is over the Blue Lantern Flash from DC Universe Classics. DC Universe Classics, one of my favorite figure lines. Actually really good. This Flash is really nice. I think it looks better than the DC Universe, the regular DC Universe Flash. This Flash is in Wave 13? No, 17. Wave 17 of DC Universe Classics. Wave 13 is a really rare wave. This wave's pretty common. Yeah, and he's number 3 in the series. Pretty fancy. Everyone in this series was a Lantern. They have the Star Sapphire Wonder Woman, Sinestro Corps Scarecrow, Indigo Lantern the Atom, Orange Lantern Lex Luthor, and Black Lantern Hal Jordan. And they collect and connect the Anti-Monitor. Speak of the Goliath from another dimension, the Flash comes with the Anti-Monitor's left arm. This is my third Anti-Monitor piece. Actually, it was my first Anti-Monitor piece. I don't know why I said third. That was just stupid. This is my first Anti-Monitor piece. I have other Anti-Monitor pieces. This was the first one I got, because I got the Flash first. So, yeah. Fancy. And while we're talking about things that came with the figure, he did come with this one accessory. This blue lantern. And it's painted this shiny blue color. Really excellent. I wish that all the blue on the figure was painted that way. But this blue looks pretty good itself. I think it's the first time I've actually ever taken a lantern out of his hand. So, no, while we're talking about the blue, let's just go ahead and get into detail and paint job. He's pretty good. I like him. I like how he has his little flash lightning bolt there with the blue lantern emblem behind it. That looks really good. And the black that goes from his back around his neck there, front from around his neck there. And here's his back, and he's all black on the legs. I love the lightning bolt streaks, like, across his arms there and his waist. Those are pretty cool. And, I don't like how he has his copyright information right there in white on the inside of his boot. They couldn't have put that on the bottom, which are detailed. He has treads, because God knows the Flash needs those really badly. His head sculpt is much better than the head sculpt of the DC Universe figure. The DC Universe figure looks straight up weird. Yeah, his head sculpt's really good. His head's a lot softer than the rest of the figure, as you can see here. That wasn't me articulating it, that's just it stretching. Kind of weird, huh? His eyes look really good. He's got these blue eyes. And his little Hermes wings here on the side of his head. They're really soft too, even softer than the head. But if they weren't, if they were hard like his body, then they would just like break off. So that being flimsy like that kind of keeps them from breaking off. But the ones on his legs are just like that here, the ones on his boots. But they're the way they're on there, they could easily come off. So be careful with those. And of course, the most important feature, one of the most important features, is Blue Lantern ring, which does have the emblem on it. But of course, it's just that tiny stamp, so it's kind of hard to make out and stuff. But it's definitely the Blue Lantern emblem. So yes, that is the detail and the paint job. It looks really good. Now, articulation. First, I'm just gonna show you his lantern does articulate. It goes around on its handle, as you can see. So that's pretty good, both ways, obviously. The head, up and down, 360. Careful, don't want to mess with those Hermes wings too much, even if those are the durable ones. Ball joint here, bicep, up and down, 360. Then his arm, he's got an elbow, and hands go 360, both hands go 360. He has a very smooth diaphragm joint right here. Yeah, and 360 waist articulation. Legs come out, in, back and forth. Knee articulation, thigh articulation, and foot articulation. So pretty fancy in the articulation department. Pretty much basic articulation for all the DC Universe figures. Alright, here you can see him compared with a bunch of other figures. He scales up well with this Toys R Us exclusive Green Lantern Hal Jordan. And he scales up well with this DC Classics, excuse me, Alan Scott. Hal Jordan's also DC Universe Classics. And he scales up well with other DC Universe Classics figures, like this Blue Beetle here. But he's a little too tall for this 6-inch Mark V Evolution Armor Iron Man, as you see. So all in all, This Blue Lantern Flash is a pretty cool guy. Personally, I like him more than the DC Universe one. The DC Universe one comes with a stand and stuff, but it has less articulation. And to me, his body and his head just kind of look un-Barry Allen-ish. They don't look like Barry Allen to me. It doesn't look Flash-like. Well, this one looks perfect. I would have liked it if his blue on his body shined like his lantern. But hey, what you gonna do? So all in all, I give this figure 4 out of 5 stars. I think that's completely what he deserves. His symbols, his two symbols overlapping each other, look great. His head sculpt's good. His eyes are painted well. His ring shines just like his lantern. And his little Hermes wings all do shine, which kind of makes up, because it looks good. The Hermes wings and the ring shining with the lantern all look pretty good together like that. So yeah, 4 out of 5. See you guys later.